Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Lover Jive here, and today I'm playing Escape from Tarkov. What we're going to be doing today is just going over the basics of this game, and when I say the basics, I mean the extreme, the basics that any player who's been playing this game for more than a couple weeks is going to think that everybody knows by heart, but since I haven't been playing for that long, I'm going to show it to you because you guys are going to run into a lot of the same issues I did, because a lot of these beginner guides are amazing at telling you how to play the game, but not actually introducing you to the whole concept of it. So let's get into Escape from Tarkov, go over the beginners, like sort of information that's just required to play the game, and really just introduce you guys to what this game is. So first off, you're going to log in and you're going to see this screen right here. You're going to have three options. Escape from Tarkov, this is sort of how you get into your main game. We're going to go into that later. You've got your character and trading, okay? So character and trading are ones that a lot of people don't cover. So for your character, you've got all these different stats, right? You can see just your skills. This is for a later guide, but what really matters here is your gear, okay? At least in my opinion it does. So off to your right, you're going to have this amazing inventory of just awesome, cool stuff that you've looted and sort of gotten throughout the game. Now, what you're going to want to do is, based on sort of where you're going, how hardcore you want to go in the mission, you're going to equip your character. You can deck him out in sort of everything you want, or you can just leave him with a knife. It's completely up to you. Obviously, backpacks and stuff like that are great because they give you a lot more sort of room to just carry a lot of goods, and we're going to get into why that's important later. But then some stuff like body armor and all that's just amazing because, well, then you die less, and who likes dying? Now, what is the downside to going with this gear? Why when you log in do you see, or why when you guys see this video, do you see all of my gear over here? So here's the thing. When you go into a game with your gear, you can lose it. There's a very good chance that if I went in with all this stuff, I'd probably lose it because maybe I'm just not that good. I haven't played this game in a while, and I don't want to lose all of my hard-earned stuff. Now, how can you prevent that? So the easiest way to do that is to insure your goods, okay? So the way you do this is you select a character. There's there's a few that will insure you. Right now, I've just saw Prepper and the Therapist, but who knows when you guys are watching this who's going to be doing it. You can select either one. And basically what these guys are going to do is you pay them this amount of money, and if you get killed, that gear all comes right back to you. So if you want to use the best gear out there, but you want to make sure that you're not going to lose it permanently, you insure it all, right? You go to the Therapist, you go to Prepper, you pay them this sum of money, and now when you die, your goods are just given right back to you. So as you can see, for him, their turn time's 24 to 36 hours, and for the Therapist, their turn time's 12 to 24 hours. Obviously, you're paying more for the quicker you get your gear back, but that sort of makes sense. Anyways, let's forget about that for now. I'm not going to insure anything and go back. There's some other screens here, too, that you guys might want to look into later, but for now we're not going to cover that because that's a little bit more in-depth than I'd like to go with this video. So next up, you've got the trading screen. This is one of the ways that you can get more gear. You've got all these different people that you can trade for, and what you do is you just click on that person, and you're going to see off in the left all the goods that they've got. Some of these guys have really good goods. Some of these guys have stuff that you really don't care about. Now, to get the goods, it's as simple as you click here. You click Fill Items, which is going to put your ruples. These are sort of ruples. You can see your total count up here into this box, and then you can buy whatever item it is that you want. If you want to sell an item, sort of the same thing applies. You just take the item you want to sell, you put it here, and then you can just click Deal, and voila, you've got your money. So now that we've gone over trading and building your character, let's go into the actual game. So when you log in, or when you go to play on the game, this is sort of the first screen that you're going to see. You can play as a Scav or PMC. So the PMC is that character that you just saw. When you go in as a PMC, you're going to have all the gear that you equipped in that inventory. But again, all that gear is up for risk unless you've insured it. So do you want to do that? Now let's say you're new. Maybe you don't have many rubles. You want to go in as a Scav, because the Scav is going to give you a random sort of set of equipment, and you can just go around and start shooting players with that. Now, as a Scav, you can just select any map. It plays the same as if you had your character, and you can just jump in and start going at it. The big sort of problem with the Scav is basically if your PMC, if your main character has a lot better weapons, you're not going to spawn with those. So if you want to be one of those uber players, you're going to probably want to go with the PMC. But if you're newer, it might be easier to go with the Scav because you're just going to jump in and have all these cool weapons to use. You're not going to have to worry about looting them. Now, when you log in, you're going to see sort of this screen. This can be a little confusing at times. You have all these different maps. Some of them aren't available. That just means you haven't unlocked them that yet. You can unlock them by like looting maps, and we'll go over that later. Okay, but for now, you've got all these maps. You can select whichever one you want, assuming it's unlocked, and you can just play on that map. It's going to tell you it's hard. It's going to tell you the amount of players, and it's going to tell you roughly how many minutes you've got in that instance. So the way this works is you select one of these maps and you spawn into a random instance of that map. There's going to be a set number of players on that map. You're going to sort of see it right here. And there's also going to be NPCs. So when you're playing as a Scav, what that means is that you are going to take the place of one of the NPCs, non-player characters. If you play as your character, you're just spawned right into the map. Again, the advantages and disadvantages I sort of overlaid for all you guys. Now, you can flip through maps like this. Don't think that clicking the next button is going to get you to the next screen. If you want to play, you simply hit ready. Okay, so now what's going to happen is I'm going to cut the video here and we're going to jump forward to when we're actually in game. Welcome to the game. You guys are going to see now we're playing as a Scav. We've got our basic gun here. It's not anything amazing, but it'll work. And now what we want to do is go loot. So the way this game works is basically every map that you're given, or every map that you log into, you've got one goal. It's to get as much loot as possible and then get out. Every time you loot something, there's a decision to be made. And that decision is it time for you to go? Is it time for you to take whatever you found and get out? Or should you keep going trying to loot more stuff? It's a hard call, but, well, it's up to you to make. Maybe you get a sweet gun the first loot and you're just like, hey, I'm getting out. That's what most people would do. Maybe you're a really skilled player. You're excellent at FPSs. Then maybe you want to stick around a little bit and try and loot some more. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run around, try and find some loot, get that loot, and then we're going to try and get out. And I'll show you guys how to do that. One thing to keep in mind while you're playing is if you hit O, that's going to spawn in the upper right-hand corner a timer. That timer tells you how long you have left in that instance. So in this case, we have 52 minutes. If you hit O twice, so if you hit it twice, you're going to see the extraction points. So we've got a Svetli dead end and then a ruined house. That is going to be how we're going to get out. We've got to make it to those 2 points on the map. And those 2 points are the places that we can go through to extract. And once you're extracted, you're out with your loot. You can do what you want with it. As a Scav, you get to keep the loot. As a main player, you get to keep the loot. Just remember, as a Scav, you're not going to get to keep any of the experience points. But honestly, that doesn't matter too much at this point. I'd just say, get used to the game. Get used to what you're doing. Get used to just the controls and everything like that. And once you're a little bit more advanced, we can start talking about skill points and everything like that. Now, one thing you always want to do is you want to keep your ear to the ground because this game is mainly played by listening. So what I'm doing now, running around, that's a good way to get caught. But I'm doing it because otherwise you guys don't want to see me creeping around a map for 10 seconds. Plus, at this point, I have no loot, so there's nothing, literally nothing I can lose by running around. I'm a Scav. I don't have anything to gain or lose from this. So let's keep going. Let's run around. I'm going to cut this up, and hopefully we'll get some good loot, and I can explain that whole looting mechanic to you. And then, assuming everything goes as planned, I can explain the escape mechanic. So here we've got something that we can loot. So now to loot in this game, what you do is you see that search button, you press F. Any box that you see can be looted. You can see my character came with some pretty good stuff already. To find out what you can loot, you just back click on it, you click examine, and you're going to be able then to click inspect, and that's going to show you exactly what it is. So here we've got some rounds. I guess I'll take those because why not? Let's check the next item. Back click, hit examine, and here we have some ammo. Nice. So I'll go ahead and take that as well. So let's back click. Also, I just realized I do have some ammo, so you can hit tab, or some bandages. So you can hit tab to do that, then you can click use if you need to use it. I guess I don't. So when you're coming up on a player, especially if you know they're there, I'm not going to even bother. You want to be as sneaky and as quiet as possible. So noise is one of the few things that's going to really give you away in this game. So the second you shoot, you've got to be ready to defend yourself. Take the shot. Full disclosure, I took the shot, got the kill, and then the NPC that was next to him didn't kill me, but shot me. I killed that NPC, and then I died of blood loss. That's the thing in this game because it's a realistic shooter. Anyways, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I wanted to show you the extraction point. So here's how that works, okay? First off, hit O twice. Just double tap it, right? You're going to see an extraction point list pop down. If off in the right-hand corner, you don't see any question marks, it's an extraction point that's open. If there's question marks, you don't know when that extraction point is going to come. But once the extraction point is open, just go there like you see in the screen, wait for that countdown to finish, and you have been extracted. To find an extraction point, I definitely recommend just pulling out your smartphone and looking up the map. Once you look up the map, you can just see all the points, all the names for it, and go to wherever it is. Finding yourself on a map is not exactly easy, but just look for landmarks, things like that. It'll do wonders. Honestly, I like to just run to one end of the map, see if I can see water. Once I see water, that's pretty much an easy thing to go from. Again, it really depends what map you're on and everything like that, so I can't guide you guys through that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate the fact that you made it all the way through this video. Thank you so much for that. If you do want to support my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could just leave a like and a subscribe. And if there's any other videos you guys want to see, please just let me know down below what you're looking for, because I'm happy to make more videos. And the better your ideas, the better my channel can grow. So don't be shy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And until next time, peace.